The hydrosphere is all of the area on Earth's surface that's covered by water, and that's 70% of Earth's surface. As you can see, most of it is the ocean, and there's very little drinking water actually available. It's less than 1%, about 0.024%. Water is used by humans for food, industry, sanitation, and healthcare. So it's a very important resource for us. The ocean is divided into different zones. The photic zone is anywhere that receives sunlight, so photosynthesis can occur there, and the aphotic zone is anywhere that sunlight does not penetrate. The benthic zone is the bottom of the ocean, so things that live at the bottom are called benthic organisms. The intertidal zone is underwater at high tide and above water at low tide. The abyssal zone is the deep, darkest part of the ocean, and the pelagic zone is the open ocean. This is the hydrologic cycle, which is the movement of water in the seas, land, and air. It is driven by solar energy and gravity and has natural and human influences. The natural processes are shown here with blue, and the human processes are shown in red. The Middle East is an area that suffers from hydrologic poverty. This is around the area of the Nile River, the Jordan River, and the Tigris and Euphrates River. In this area, there is a lot of fighting over the supply of water. They're also experimenting with desalination practices that can supply them with fresh water using salt water. Only 1/3 of annual runoff is usable, but most of it gets used for agriculture. In fact, 70% of surface runoff is used for agriculture. About 20% is used by industry and 10% for domestic purposes in your house. There is plenty of fresh water on Earth and in the United States, but it's not evenly distributed. So in this map, you can see the areas that receive less rainfall than others, and they suffer from periods of drought and floods. They actually have to transport in water from other parts of the country. There are increasing periods of drought that are lasting longer and becoming more frequent due to climate change. This harms the environment because the soil becomes dry, it reduces the amount of water flowing in streams and rivers, it decreases primary productivity and tree growth, and it can permanently change the biome. In fact, desertification is becoming more and more frequent as these periods of drought last longer and longer. The question then that we close this section with is who should own water resources? In most places around the world, governments own water resources, and there have been some experiments with private companies owning it. However, there's a catch issue with them because they're out to make money by selling water, so there's no initiative to conserve water. So the environmental community is in a pretty large consensus that government should continue to operate water.